Master v pupil vibes about that one. Stan did great to qualify, beat Zhou Yulong, the runner-up here in Belfast last year. Here's the contenders on the main table. Terrific crowd in again. Looking forward to a clash of two snooker heavyweights here. First played each other at the Masters in 2001. Shaun Murphy, as a teenager, had won the qualifying event, and he beat Fu. The overall head-to-head favours Murphy 10-8, so it's pretty tight, but they've not played, actually, each other for 7 years. Well, Shaun Murphy struggled a bit last night to see out the match against Ryan Thomason, but he got the job done 4-2. Marco Fu had already won in Sheffield at the qualifying round 4-2 over Jamie Jones. He's the world number 112. I don't think there's ever been a more false ranking in snooker than that. He didn't play, of course, during the COVID times. He relied on a wild card from World Snooker Tour. He hasn't quite got back to his best yet, but we know the class of Marco Fu, and he'll relish an opportunity here to be back on the main table against another of the game's best. But you do feel, Joe, Murphy will have to play a bit better than he did last night.
Well, we were saying that, wasn't we, last night, that he'd have to play better today. He did play well in patches, I thought, last night. But Ryan Thomason let him off a couple of times, you've got to say. I wonder which cue is chosen this evening. I was talking about he had 3 cues to choose from. Two very attacking players. Yep, and that's worked out nicely. He played to skim off the pack of reds, possibly for the black, but the pink available to the left middle. Red's queuing up to be potted into the left corner, which will lead into the black. So it's a good start, this already, or a good chance.
Give me a second, please, Marco.
Big night for these two, and it's also a big night for the man in the middle, our referee, Andre Santos from Lagos in Portugal. This is his first match on the main table in a ranking event on television. Got into refereeing back in 2014, and he said, I saw an interview with him, he said that without Eurosport, you may never have seen snooker. So it just shows you the reach that we have. Later on, we've got an Estonian, Andras Petrov, playing, Lucas Kleckers from Germany as well. But it's all from Europe who we're getting used to. Good to see a new one taking charge of this match. Isn't it?
Yeah, and not an easy ball to spot either for his first match. So, all eyes on the referee this evening. Didn't play to catch that red. He expected to go past it. And that could be end of break. Unless he can just see the
15.
red furthest away from the cue ball. Good recovery.
16.
Yeah, interestingly, Marco Fu's won every 4-3 match that they've played. I don't know if that's an omen or not.
Well, if it goes 3 each, it might be.
Oh, we can't afford to miss them.
Marco Fu, 16.
No, I mean, that's, in recent times, one thing for Marco Fu. He's not been in the main arena that much. I mean, that Hong Kong tournament was a sort of one-off last year, a great event, but in terms of ranking events, he's sort of getting used to this environment again, whereas Shaun Murphy hasn't gone anywhere in that time. The big meeting between them, and they've had some, they've had World Championship meetings, UK Championship. Final was the one, though, 2008. Shaun Murphy went 10-9. He actually fluked the pink at the end, which I'm sure is something both of them still remember.
Well, you certainly do.
I think we expect breaks between them. Murphy's had 635 centuries, Fu 518, and they've had between them 12 147s.
Yeah, I was looking at that from Marco Fu. 5-1-4-7s he's had.
Nine.
Well, it's going to have to be a difficult blue or yellow to keep the break going.
Blue ball.
Yeah, very nicely played. That'll do his confidence a world of good.
Yeah, particularly so early in the match.
14.
I'm sure he will feel there's room for improvement on last night, but you can do that, of course, if you're still here. His preparation was difficult. He had a couple of bereavements, one in the family, another his best friend. So clearly his focus has not been on snooker in the build-up to this tournament.
Lots of side on the cue ball to try and disturb something, and that's worked out. Very difficult shot to play that, just missing the green.
20.
Lots of right-hand side. Makes the pot so much more difficult. Here it is again, look, just missing the green. He probably expected to go into them directly off the side cushion, but he's okay.
21.
Now, he could go into them again here with the advantage of that loose red. All he has to do is catch the pink half ball, nudge a couple of reds open, doesn't have to really hit them hard. Well, that was harder than what I expected him to play it.
28.
He split them nicely, really nicely, but nothing easy. This red to the middle, awkward cueing. Doesn't need to do much with the cue ball though, just drop it in. It's on the pink or black. Well, it never turned at all, did it, that red as it approached that middle pocket? Just held its line.
So what a gift for Fu. He's already been in this frame. He's got a golden chance here with all the reds in play. And it's kind of, I suppose what he needs really, as I say, getting used again to playing on the main table against a top player, which is where he spent a long time. Of course, he's a former winner of a Home Nations event, the Scottish Open 2016. From 3-0 down to John Higgins, he beat him 9-4 in his own backyard in Glasgow.
6.
He's always had tremendous class,
7.
not only as a player, but as a person as well. Represented his country superbly. He's actually a Justice of the Peace in Hong Kong, so he's very highly regarded out there.
$14. 15.
Yeah, again, he could have got a little bit more screw in the cue ball there and finished straighter on the pink. But as long as he keeps potting him, that's the main thing. Nice little lead.
21.
And normally you would expect Marco to seal this frame at this visit. Yeah, a lot
22.
of nerves out there though for Marco. As David said, hasn't played on this main table for quite a while.
He's had a couple of good wins, though, in qualifiers this season. Hussein Fafai, he beat at the Wuhan Open qualifying, and Robert Milkins, the International Championship. So they're the sort of wins that will give you confidence. Players have enjoyed a lot of success in recent times. And indeed, Jamie Jones was a good win in this event last week.
37. 38.
Well, you could say that Shaun Murphy was a little unfortunate. Left himself on an easy red when he went into the pack of reds. Still expected him to pop that red to the middle, though.
.32 the lead. He's just checking that, so red and a colour to leave Murphy requiring a snooker.
44.
And we did say, David, that Shaun Murphy would have to play better this evening. Oh, that just crept in.
45.
Yeah, the red that Shaun Murphy missed to the right middle, he was badly hampered. This is the red. Just trying to drop it in, he was nicely on the pink. It half went down the hole, actually. But it didn't. And this is the result.
Yeah, and OK, they were sitting nicely for Fu, but there was no guarantee he was going to win the frame. The fact that he has says to Shaun Murphy that
58.
he's got his hands full this evening.
60.
112 in the rankings, but Marco Fu's got a great record in the sport. He was once a size 5th. He's been in 2 Crucible semi-finals.
63.
He's been runner-up at the Masters. He's been runner-up at the UK Championship. Of course, to Shaun Murphy.
67.
And this is a terrific start.
72.
Didn't make the most of his first chance, but was delighted to get this one.
78.
Yeah, reminder of the class of Marco Fu there. A great clearance of 85 from Hong Kong's finest. In fact, it was 78 because he went in off. But anyway, he leads 1-0. So Marco Fu, that 78, has taken a 1-0 lead over Shaun Murphy. Great to see another big crowd in here on the second night of the Northern Ireland Open. Of course, we lost Neil Robertson earlier, one of the big hitters, but Jordan Brown, the man who beat him, I'm sure will bring plenty in for his next match. Of course, he's a local man. Mark Allen up later as well. And Robbie McGuigan tomorrow night will play Anthony McGill. Robbie is one of the 2 Northern Irish wildcards. He came through yesterday.
Yeah, good pot. Needs to pull up, though, the cue ball. And it's just about done that. Cue ball wasn't quite close enough to the ball cushion. Would have been harder had the cue ball been tight.
Six.
Now, if you can get rid of that red closest to the black, makes it a lot easier to play around the black spot. It looked high. You'll be disappointed with that, Marco. Fortunately, he's blocked the pocket. Well, neither player likes to see the black over the pocket. It could turn out to be a long safety battle. And then again, it's unbelievable that he's missed the reds.
Foul and a miss. Shaun Murphy 4.
And does the red go to the baulk corner? There's a little bit of slide on the cushions. Cushions being new, cloth new. I cannot believe that he's got so close to knocking the black in. I'm very fortunate not to have knocked it in, but I didn't expect him to be anywhere near touching the black. Well, there's a little tempter here to the left middle. Difficult pot. And he could leave one on if he misses it. And he's left a chance here for Shaun Murphy. This game could open up with a pot, whether he pots it or not.
Yeah, without this is a sort of classic Murphy shot, really. Yeah, he's just got that straight as an arrow action, hasn't he?
Well, I'm pretty sure he didn't play for this red into the right corner. I'm feeling he played for the red into the left corner, and if it was a little too hard, maybe the red to the left middle, but it's not too bad where it is.
Nine.
And now he can play for those two reds just above the black.
Well, let's be honest, he didn't do much wrong in that first frame. It was a difficult red. I mean, he was being positive, he was trying to develop them, which he did. It was a tough red.
14.
Just didn't sort of dip into the pocket. And then he didn't get another shot.
15.
Marco Fu did the rest in that frame, but of course, he's in his chair in this one.
Yes, and he sat there because he missed the black off the spot. Relatively simple black, just dropping it in.
22. Three.
Yeah, he got such tremendous cue power, Shaun Murphy. That wasn't easy to generate so much power to go into the reds.
30.
And he doesn't want the cue ball to be touching the black. He wants to just drop it in, bounce off the cushion maybe.
31.
And now there's lots of reds that will go, especially into the left corner.
Shaun Murphy did win the first ranking event of the season back in the summer, the Championship League. But since then, the results have just dried up a little bit. He didn't qualify for Wuhan. Ben Mertens beat him. He will, though, be at the International Championship in a week or so's time.
39.
He lost an unbelievable match to Jack Lisowski at the British Open, just at the very highest quality. But that's the good thing about there being so many tournaments. If you do have a bad week, you don't have to wait long to potentially have a good one.
46. 47.
Or in Judd Trump's case, if you have a good one, you can have another good one, because he's looking for a hat-trick of ranking events here this week. Yeah, Fu was looking good early in the frame, but now he can't watch here. He just expects Murphy to do enough to win the frame, I think.
54.
Yeah, well, it can be very intimidating, Shaun Murphy, when you're watching him striding around the table, knocking balls in, thump against the pocket, like that. And you don't really want to be watching your opponent playing so well. 59 points,
61.
The lead now. That leaves Marco
62.
needing snookers. Yeah, I thought it might have been a prolonged frame, that, but Marco had an attempt at that red to the left middle and left it on.
69.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty stunning sort of change in emotions
70.
from making that good clearance in the first frame to now looking very disconsolate, it's got to be said, in his seat, watching this one slip by. But nothing he hasn't seen before. These two have had a very interesting rivalry.
78.
You know, 10-8 to Murphy, a lot of good matches, close matches, high profile. They've played 3 times at the Crucible, twice at the Masters, and also 3 times at the UK Championship. So the very biggest tournaments, they've had plenty of meetings.
85. 86.
Leaving a nice angle on the pink to bring that red into play. Trying for the century.
'92. 93.
Yeah, there was a bit of applause there for Stan Moody on table 2, won the opening frame against Rod Lawler. Doesn't seem so long since Shaun Murphy was the new kid on the bays, the teenager coming through. As I say, he played Fu at the Masters when he was still a teenager
95.
back in 2001 and beat him. He made good on that potential.
97.
And he's making good on the chance that he got in this frame. He needs this green for a century. Well, as with Fu's break in the opening frame, just a very classy contribution. This is already a terrific match.
104. 109.
Well, Fu was sort of half watching in the end there as that green went in. He had the first chance, missed that black. Then he took on a more difficult red, and that set up this contribution from Murphy, the black, for a clearance of 122. Two real high-quality frames there, and Murphy already, you've got to say, looking better than he did last night. He levels up at 1 each. A 1-all in a real high-quality match here. Marco Fu made a 78 clearance in the first frame, and Murphy replied with one of 122 in the second. It's best of 7. The winner will play either Zach Surety or Shaun O'Sullivan in the last 32, and they're up later on. Just to reiterate, Stan Moody, who of course is a bit of a protege of Shaun Murphy, has been mentoring. He made a century, 102 in the first frame against Rod Lawler.
So close. Great attempt. When the red was coming down the table, I thought he'd potted it. Looked like it was in there.
Just the other, I don't want to upset Matt Selt by leaving him out, so he has won the first frame on table 3 against Dean Young with a break of 79. Mark Allen, of course, still to come on table 1.
Yeah, he had a look at it. And the cue ball just holding up for the yellow. Look at the reds. If he could get a good positional shot here, ideally that red just above the black. He's come round to have a look. It's not an easy red to get onto, but if he's a little short, he's got one to the middle and another one to the corner. It's worthwhile playing for that red.
Three.
Well, he found the path around the back of the black. Just a little bit heavy. He was concentrating on position and forgot about the blue. Now the question is, did he get to the red he was playing on? Now he knows
to make a maximum that was shown live on the internet. And in those days, the connections weren't that great. It probably was not nice to watch, but of course we've moved on considerably. That was at the old Scottish Masters.
Well, that could have worked out kinda. I was half expecting him to attack the red and the black. And he missed them. He's still going into the reds.
13.
But if he can pop this red to the yellow pocket, the pink may go to the left corner. He doesn't have to play for the pink, of course. He could play down for the blue. If he could place the cue ball somewhere near the middle pocket, it's safe if he misses. I think if he's not sure about this pot, then he plays the cue ball into a good spot. I don't think he went for the
13.
pot. That's a good safety.
Fu was actually educated in Canada, so he got to know a few of the Q Sports legends of that part of the world. It doesn't quite look the same in this match, though, has he, since he missed that black towards the start of the second frame?
Yeah, and how often do we talk about one shot, you know, changing your whole frame of mind? And you're right, since he missed that black, a couple of shots later, he played a poor safety. Then he missed the red to the middle. So, yeah, he could still be thinking about that. And sometimes it's hard just to put it out of your mind. So Murphy with another chance.
1.
May have to be the yellow.
I was interested. One of his interviews, he said he started doing yoga. The snooker player said that 30 years ago. Well, you wouldn't have believed it. But players now, they're always looking for an edge, aren't they? They're always looking to try something that will just help them off table, translate to on table. Terrific rest shot.
Yeah, well, he says he's the best, and I couldn't disagree with him. That was a superb positional shot. Not just the pot, but look where he's placed the cue ball. Pink available to the middle if he wants to play for it.
4.
I certainly think it helps to have interests outside potting balls. Shaun Murphy, you know, he plays the piano and loves to play golf, and it's good to be able to switch off because there's enough anxiety around these tournaments.
Ten. $11.
Well, he doesn't need the red next to the black. Well, he doesn't need the red next to the black. He could just concentrate on these reds surrounding the pink.
Yeah, Marco Fu again wondering if a frame's going to slip by. This was the black that we mentioned in the last frame. That was the start of his problems, really.
And to be honest, there was no pressure with that shot. It was just dropping it in for the red
18.
back into the same pocket. It was just a careless miss. That can affect you as a professional snooker player.
Yeah, and of course Murphy missed a pink in this frame, but that's not going to be significant if he goes on to win it. That's the difference.
24.
Yeah, playing down for the blue, it's easier to get to those two reds that are closest together, or indeed play for the red behind the black. Gave himself options there, playing for the blue. He is a good thinker of the game, Shaun.
30. 31.
Yeah, I mean, however much you manage to switch off with other interests, he still lives and breathes snooker. He always has done since boyhood. Just loves being out there, loves to put on a show. He sees it as entertainment as well as sport. He knows the players are there to do a job, to bring the crowds in. So 36 the lead with the pink, another red, and Fu needs a snooker.
Just a touch of right hand to gain position on this red. Without the side, it'd have been snookered on this red. Yeah, and looking to clear the table now. He could have just made sure of the red, but wants them all.
$52. 53.
Yeah, he's in a hungry mood tonight, isn't he? Looking good here. As I say, didn't do much wrong, really, in the frame he lost. He just missed a tricky red to middle. And the missed pink in this frame is consigned to the dustbin of history. It doesn't matter now. Marco Fu, you've seen him in his seat. He doesn't give much away, but he's looked a little anxious because he's opened the door here for 62. Murphy to start to play his best snooker. And Shaun Murphy will have such respect for Fu with the meetings they've had. He would have come out determined to raise his game tonight. And he has done.
65.
He's chosen well 69. In terms of the cue. I don't know whether it's the same one as last night, but he won't be swapping it this evening, I don't think.
$74.
Bit of work needed on position 18. For the black. Not even going to bother with it. Great break again from Murphy. A lovely 80 to take the lead at 2-1. So breaks of 122 and 80 and put Shaun Murphy 2-1 in front against Marco Fu.
Thank you. Frame 4. Shaun Murphy to break.
Still people coming in, taking their seats, looking forward to the rest of the evening. Mark Allen against Andres Petrov is the match on table 1 after this one.
And this time he covers the red over the right corner. Well, that was a very aggressive safety, opening the reds up, but that cue ball's come out of the balk area and left a chance here. It's not an easy shot, this, by the way, but if it goes in, he's cueing so well now, Murphy. Yeah, didn't quite get hold of the cue ball as he wanted. It's a brave man to take the black onto the middle. Just not straight enough on the black to be tempted, I think.
No, and also, Fu, again, kind of needs an easy starter maybe to get going again. You don't want to just hand it to him. We've already seen what he can do in the first frame.
Shaun Murphy 1.
I'm sure he didn't intend to leave this red onto the right corner. Maybe the cue ball drifted slightly. Now you just get the feeling that he's under pressure now, Marco Fu. He didn't strike that with a lot of confidence. Missed it by quite a distance as well.
Yeah, and Shaun Murphy, he did think the cue ball drifted, but it may have done him a big favour in the end. Well, that red maybe doesn't go past the black. It's very tight. But there's another one that goes.
Yeah, just above the black. There's one there that goes. Wonder where the cue ball's going exactly. Wow. Wow. Well, he's on the black, and I feel he's got to take it.
Well, he's playing confidently enough to get it. It's a big shot, though. With Marco Fu just looking, as I say, really for an easy starter now to get back into this.
Well, all he has to do is concentrate on the black, because he could get the cannon to the red near the middle. If he misses it, he's on the red in the balk area. So all concentration into the pot. And he's high. It always looked high.
Shaun Murphy 1.
I think he knew the of that shot. Well, he's covered the black. The blue doesn't go, but fortunately the yellow's over the back corner.
Wow, the world's loudest ringtone went off there, but at least he has potted the yellow. Still going.
Switch that off, please. 3.
Still going. Wow, it's all sorts of noise now. Well, I must have put him off. I mean, I don't know what that noise was, but it was out of order.
Well, he missed it by so much, it must have put him off.
3.
That's so unsportsmanlike for whoever did that.
Extraordinary noise it was.
So, Shaun Murphy in with another chance.
8. Nine. Thirteen. 14.
I think this business with the 3 cues, I mean, there's lots of sort of reasons why people are surprised he's doing it, but just from a basic standpoint, the year he's had, he's won 3 rankings. And he's convinced himself he's going to work.
Thanks. 22.
Well, he's certainly a different man this evening so far. He looks confident around the table, striking the cue ball well.
$37. 38.
Well, we'll never know if Marco Fu would have potted that red in normal circumstances, but the fact is he was put off. He missed it by a mile. There was a noise just as he was playing it. The phone had been going off prior to that. So none of that helped him, clearly, when he was already under pressure to make
43.
something happen.
$44.
And you can always tell when a player's so confident, when he leaves himself so far away from the object ball. Could have easily played down for the blue there.
$51.
Yeah, just checking the score's 50 in front, so it's a couple more reds required for a 3-1 lead.
52.
Just got such authority the way he strikes the ball when he's feeling as good as this. And this is what we've seen this year. We saw it at the Players' Championship, the Tour Championship, and again when he won the Championship League
58.
at the start of the season. I think he felt he'd lost a bit of ground on some of his contemporaries in terms of titles, but he's got himself
59.
into double figures now, 12 ranking events. And he's won 25 professional titles all told.
66.
Now looking to make a second century of the evening.
67.
Yeah, even if it isn't, it's still good snooker, isn't it? One visit, game over.
Yeah, our referee, as I say, doing a great job here. It's his first TV match. They won't all be like this. I can tell him that much. This has been brilliant stuff for Andre Santos to officiate.
Thank you. 75.
Pretty good one to start with.
'82. '83.
Green in an awkward spot, really. So may play for the yellow into the green pocket.
'90. '92.
Well, these balls not so much being potted as dismissed into these pockets. He
95.
said he didn't have much chance to practice. All the tables have been booked up, the times have been booked up, but he's played wonderful snooker. Marco Fu again, watching other tables. The blue then for
99.
a second century tonight for Shaun Murphy. This is seriously good stuff from the man they call the Magician. He's pulled more than one rabbit out of the hat this evening.
$110.
Breaks 122, 80, and 117 as the black goes in. Three brilliant frames from Shaun Murphy, fully in control, leading 3-1. So Shaun Murphy is looking a good thing here to reach round 3 of the Northern Ireland Open. He's on breaks of 122, 80 and 117. A pretty dazzling spell of snooker. Marco Fu really up against it here. Of course, he played so well to win the first frame with a break of 78.
Important he gets a good break off, and that's not a good break off. Not unless it lands behind the brown, and he's very fortunate there, I can tell you. He holds his hands up because had Shaun been able to see that red to the left corner, I don't understand that kind of break off. You can make contact with the green, you can make contact with the brown, which is done.
Meantime, Stan Moody's 2-0 up against Rod Lawler. He won the first with a century and the second was very tight. Looks like he made a good clearance actually there, so 2-0 for the 17-year-old. We've seen a lot of Chinese youngsters doing well last few years. We're looking for British youngsters to do the same. Stan Moody's already beaten Zhou Yulong, and he's 2-0 up there, looking to reach the last 32 this evening. The other match is 2-1 to Matt Selt against Dean Young. Of course, we're in Belfast, where 50-something years ago, a youngster by the name of Alex Higgins made his name in the Jam Pot, the local snooker hall. Came over to the UK, won the World Championship at his first attempt in 1972 in a British Legion club in Birmingham, and helped to ignite the snooker boom in the UK that has led to all of this. And my word, the standard is high these days. Look at that one.
Oh, well, what can you say? Great long pot from Murphy. I think the pink will go. Look at this again, just off straight. Such a difficult shot to play. Cued it superbly. Yeah, it's not ideal on anything, is he? The only red that's available to me used to be the red behind the black. Another great effort, and deserved to be on the red for such a very attacking shot.
6.
Yeah, I mean, that's just plain bad luck, really, isn't it? You know, he's played, as you say, an aggressive shot. Just unlucky.
Oh, can he get to the red by the middle? From that overhead camera, it looked a possibility. He's right down there, though, behind the shot. Looking at the safety. But it does look as though it goes. But as I say, he's right behind it, so he would know. Touching ball was called.
Shaun Murphy, 6.
He was quickly down there, Marco Fu. But managed to cover the red, closest to the left corner.
He has lost a couple of close matches this season, Shaun Murphy, to Jack Lazowski, British Open, Lu Hongyu in the English Open. So that's why you saw him just wincing there. He knew he'd left that chance. And he doesn't want this to end up another one, because he's played so well tonight. He's played sort of snooker tonight that suggests he can win the tournament. But firstly, he's got to win the match. Marco Fu's got himself in here.
Attempting to come down for that red next to the black, but
6.
not far enough. It's still got this red to the middle. That red next to the black really would open
7.
things up if he could get onto it. Yeah, and now
13.
the black available into both pockets. He could give these reds a little nudge here. Doesn't have to hit them hard, just develop them, and that's very nice.
20.
Yeah, those two matches I mentioned, he lost to Lazowski from 3-2 up, and he lost to Lu Hongyu from 3-1 up. And that's in the last few weeks.
28. 29.
Didn't really want to play for this red on the cushion. It is missable. And that is okay. It's got the red to the middle. Didn't go according to plan though.
37.
He just seemed to be getting quicker and quicker there, didn't he? And the problem is that he's got
27.
absolutely perfect position. So It's down to Murphy now.
Yeah, I think one of the factors definitely is that Fu has not been in this environment very much in the last few years. He didn't play for 2 years on tour because of the COVID pandemic. Of course, had to start again at the bottom rung of the rankings, which meant a lot of qualifiers. So he's just been lacking the sort of big match experience. And it has told this evening.
Well, for me, he just seemed to play the blue a little quickly. It was a dodgy little shot. He wasn't ideal on it. Grew the cue ball in and out of baulk. And that's where he needed to just take a little bit of care. It's okay being fast on the easy shots, but this one just needed a little bit more care. He wasn't far away from it, and as I say, he got perfect position.
Nine.
So, everything there for the taking. They all go. Doesn't need to play anything spectacular to keep that cue ball under control. Could have done with being closer to this red. Just, for me, he had the cue power there to screw that brown in and
13.
really come off the cushion, get closer to the reds. Yeah, a long way off.
Shaun Murphy, 13.
And it makes a difference. Getting closer. So, that's just what Marco Fu needed, a let-off. But that wasn't easy, I'm afraid. These pockets are not playing big for me. I've seen these drop before today, but stayed out. Is in Shaun Murphy's hands again. May have to play down for the brown or yellow here. Not sure if he can hold for the black. He'd like to. He has done. Oh dear. Badly hampered.
1.
May have to try and get the snooker in behind the green.
Green ball.
That's a brave shot to play, isn't it?
Shaun Murphy, 1.
And quickly down on the shot, Marco Fu. He's not hanging about. Too thick. And another chance for Shaun Murphy.
Yeah, I was thinking that he was quickly down. You know, it's not really what you associate him with, but it's been a bit of a trying evening. That could well be his last shot now.
Well, there is one awkward red near the left side cushion, which is missable even if you're right behind it with the rest. And still got to get these 3 reds. Okay, they're easy, but still got to be got.
Eight. Nine.
I was saying last night, this tournament in years gone by has not been a happy hunting ground for him. He had lost 4 times in the first round in 7 appearances. 2 quarterfinals, his best run. But we know how well he's been cueing this year. We've seen it tonight. It's just a
16.
question of whether he can wrap it up here now.
$17.
Now, important to leave an angle on the black to
24.
be able to get to that red on the left side cushion. Nothing for being straight here on the black. Got to leave that cue ball
25.
high. Well, that's a little bit too high, but if he pots it, he's going to be on the red. He hasn't potted it though.
Shaun Murphy.
I said it's
25.
a little bit too high on the black. Yeah, he should still have potted it, but he also knows deep inside that he should have been closer to the black.
One.
So, great chance. He had a few chances this frame, Shaun Murphy. Marco's going to need the blue, the more difficult blue.
7.
In fact, he's going to need the pink.
Nine. $12.
Doesn't want to be on the cushion here. So a nice angle on the blue, but that
16.
is not where he wanted to be. This is now difficult, but he's straight down. Good pot.
21.
Murphy can tie, but surely the pink is going to be in the middle, and the match is not done. Shaun Murphy had quite a few chances there. Marco Fu looked like he was ready for the exit door, but he had the last chance, and he's taken it, and the match is extended. Murphy's played well tonight, but he's not yet won this match. 3-2, he still needs one. Marco Fu made, in the end, a good clearance there, because several times he must have thought it was over. Still to come on this table, Mark Allen against Andres Petrov. Big night for him, representing Estonia on the World Snooker Tour. In fact, when he played in the British Open last season, right at the start of the season, the Estonian ambassador to the UK came to watch.
Well, he left that red popping out there, and I expected him to pop that, I've got to say. Black and pink tied up. It wasn't close to this red. Oh, that full ball kiss on the green has left a chance. Oh, well, I thought that was in. Looking down the table there, it looked in all the way.
Again, though, he didn't take that long over it, did he? Sort of got down and played it. To be fair, that's how he approached the clearance in the last frame.
Well, will he go into them and spread them all over? He could develop the black, could develop the pink. Doesn't want to hold back here. And he didn't. No. Anything left? And at first glance, it doesn't appear so.
6.
If he can see the red in the balk area, he could leave the cue ball where the red is, send the red down the table. He'd cover the red that's over the pocket, over the left corner pocket. May even bring the black into play, who knows.
Shaun Murphy, 6.
He's just got hold of it too much. He hasn't covered the red. That's poor safety, I've got to say. And that little kiss has just developed the black a little.
Just got a bit nervy, hasn't it? And maybe Murphy sensing it might not be his night after all, and Fu sensing it might be his. Oh, but what about that? That is just beautiful cueing.
Oh, terrific shot. Absolutely. And he's got a nice angle on the green, which isn't easy, by the way, to come down for these reds. And if he could play at some stage, I'm not saying this shot, but at some stage play for that red directly above the black, that would really open things up. There's the long pot success from both players.
4.
Well, here that was safety. Here's the long potting, and Murphy, no great surprise that he is scoring high. 3 out of 4.
5.
Now he could play down for those 2 reds just above the black. Yeah. Well, again, he doesn't have to. A little heavy. But just needs to drop it in, and he's on the black. And if it goes in, this really is a frame-winning chance. Never easy, those type of shots, just dropping them in across the table.
They're the average shot times. As been saying, Fu certainly around on any sort of shot, whether it's safety or potting.
$17.
Yeah, it's actually speeded up down to 13 seconds in the last couple of frames, so he's obviously just made his mind up. That's how he's going to play. Of course, you can go the other way. You can get too bogged down and overthink things.
I think it's since he missed that red to the green pocket when somebody shouted out, it's like his mind's not in the right place. Certainly playing a lot quicker since then. Well, the cannon didn't work out, so barring doubles, he'll be coming back to the table. Oh.
25.
Oh, plants. Yeah, it was spot on, wasn't it? And now look at the balls. Just over screwed it though. Nothing's coming easy. Well, this will test his cueing with the rest. Very difficult shots to play, those. Just a run through, nearly straight. Not ideal on the next red, but a chance.
Shaun Murphy.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit, isn't he? Anything from distance, and it's a couple of times he's missed. One by a long way, you've got to say. Didn't hit the angles of the pocket. What a chance now for Marco Fu to level things up, take us to a decider.
Eight. 9.
To what I said, last 2 tournaments, Shaun Murphy has held a lead in a best of 7 and
16.
lost in a decider. 3-2 against Lazowski at the British Open, 3-1
17.
against Lu Hongyu at the English Open. In this match, at 3-1, he frankly looked the only player in the match. He made breaks of 122, 80 and 117. He was playing just beautifully. But he's failed to put it away and must be concerned as he watches Fu here.
24.
There was times, frankly, looking at Fu, he thought it was over in his seat. But the chance has come along to
25.
force the decider.
He is going to need that safe-ish red by the pink. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, he's just overrun his position.
32.
And straight down on the shot. Well, not the best. It's worked out nicely, but that wasn't a good safety. To make contact with the yellow, he could have so easily left a long red on there.
That's the strange thing, though, about snooker. You can play a bad shot and really benefit from it, and that's what's happened there. He's got the snooker behind the brown somehow.
Looking at trying to land up to the red by the pink. Looks like he can play off 3 cushions and land up to it. Left side cushion, black cushion. Yeah, well, he deserves that. Marco is not refusing anything. And what a great shot. What a great shot. He's in Murphy's hands again. He's just potted a fantastic red and then misses the black into that corner, and he missed it thin again, like he did earlier on in the second frame. Or was it the first?
Yeah, it's frame 2. And again, there's not a lot of give in these pockets. Had to be precise with the red, but this black didn't sort of struggle in, as, you know, sometimes you feel it would have done. That kind of sums up his night, really. We've seen some good stuff from him, and we've seen some less than good stuff.
Yeah, I think it's just match fitness, like you mentioned earlier. You're just not used to this kind of intense pressure. And maybe just playing a little bit too quick. But that's down for him to deduce. Well, Shaun Murphy's turn. Not to get ideal position.
8.
Well, it's turned into a real struggle to get this one.
Wow, what a recovery shot that was. And he's on the yellow.
9.
My word, that was thin. Playing for the red near the pink. And he's overdone it.
11.
He could have easily played for the open red, but decided to play for this one down the cushion as he had the perfect angle on the yellow. And this is tricky.
Well, he's saying he pushed it.
Shaun Murphy 11.
He's owned up. Felt it, obviously.
4.
And that's a big moment there, potentially.
Is this a free ball?
Free ball. Pink ball.
Yeah, he would have been on the pink himself, but he owned up immediately.
Well, he's not ideal on the black or pink.
1.
He's got it this time, though.
Well, they talk about a cat having 9 lives, but Marco Fu, my word, he's had some lifelines thrown to him in this match. Could have been over so many times.
9.
But barring something going seriously wrong, it's going to be 3 each, deciding frame.
And that used all the pocket, didn't it? And he slowed down.
14. 11. Sorry.
He's overdone it. Doesn't want to be hampered.
16.
Little check of the scores. He needs brown and blue for 3-3. Somehow still alive in this match. It was very sporting of Shaun Murphy there to own up to that foul.
Fine.
Every credit to him, but it's cost him this frame.
31.
Marco Fu has made the clearance. And we're going to one last frame to decide it. Shaun Murphy was in control at 3-1, but it's now level at 3-3. The handshake before the decider. Marco Fu was 3-1 down. He was struggling badly. He was playing at breakneck speed at one point, but Shaun Murphy has not put him away. It's all on this frame. Shaun Murphy had the chance. He called a foul on himself, a push shot, when he was close up to the red, which he did pot. Immediately owned up, and Marco Fu had the free ball, made the clearance. Here it is.
Yeah, I'm looking at this shot, and to be honest, I didn't see a push, and the referee didn't see it, but Shaun Murphy called it. You can sometimes feel it when you play the shot, if you've pushed it or not.
There's Fu just tapping the table to acknowledge the sportsmanship. Let's be honest, you don't see that in every sport. Far from it, actually.
Well, Marco Fu gets the first chance in the decider, and these are chances. Certainly getting the run of the ball, Marco Fu. On his break off, the cue ball was near the yellow. Could so easily have left this red on.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, really, how Fu's feeling now, because at no point, really, this evening has he looked like being the winner of this match. But now, of course, he potentially has the chance to. He's had a go at a red there. He may get another chance. How will he feel suddenly with a chance to win? It would be one of his best wins for some time. He did well in that Hong Kong event last season, but of course that was invitational. In terms of improving his ranking, tournaments like this are important. Well, this time it's in off.
Yeah, you can count yourself unfortunate when the cue ball goes into the pocket on one of those safeties.
Sometimes you get the little wobble, don't you, and leave your opponent in trouble on the cushion.
Well, there's more chance of that happening. Now, does he play one of these long reds? It's difficult to see how he can escape if he takes one on. Well, I think he's made his mind up. He's addressing it. Here we go. That is a superb shot. But I think he's snookered. He deserves so much better than that. What a pot to take on in the deciding frame. And he's very nearly on the black, but not quite. Well, he shouldn't leave. Well, for me, he should play the green or brown. He can't leave a red on if he misses the green or brown, or if he hits it. The black's the easiest ball to play, but could leave a red on if he plays that.
Shaun Murphy 1.
Well, he's looking at a possible 3-ball plant. The 2 reds by the black spot. Oh, got so close. Now, has he covered the red?
Well, just while we watch the replay, Stan Moody has gone 3-1 up against Rod Lawler. So 1 frame from victory there. Fu can get through here.
So, first real chance again falls to Marco Fu. Well, I'm surprised he didn't play out for one of the other reds here. Not straightforward now to get to a colour. The 2 reds just above the black spot. Got to be careful of the off. Yeah, he just didn't get good position from the easy black, did he?
I mean, Shaun Murphy's actually scored just about 200 more points in the match. His pot success, he's 11% up. All the stats favour him. But he's not won it yet.
Another big shot he's going for. And another great shot from Shaun Murphy. Unbelievable shot to take on in a final frame. The 2 that he's played, he's got both of them, but, well, I'm really so surprised that he's took them on. Or am I? I don't know if I am or not.
Well, he's obviously heard they're playing for the Alex Higgins Trophy, judging by that shot. That's sort of hurricane-esque, wasn't it?
So brilliant a shot to take on and get. But this is far from an easy table. Well, that's brought the pink into play, but again, he's not ideal on the red to the corner. Doesn't have to play for the pink here. Could play down for the blue or the yellow. The choice is his. Decided to play for the pink, and there was pressure on it because he played for the pink. So another chance for Marco Fu.
1. Seven. 8. 14.
Well, he's in full control now, Marco Fu. And he has slowed down a little.
Yeah, that's it. He thinks he can win now. We saw it in that clearance he made in the last frame. It's been extraordinary, really. You see films sometimes where the action hero runs through a hail of bullets and you think, how has he not been hit by one of them? And it's been a bit like this for Fu tonight. So many times he could have lost, but at the moment it's in his hands to get it won. But it would be another sickener for Murphy. It would be the third in a row, best of 7 in as many tournaments where he was in a winning position and didn't win. I think this one would hurt the most because he played so well to 3-1.
And even in this final frame, I mean, the 2 reds that he's knocked in.
29.
Very unfortunate not to have finished on the black when he knocked in that last one. Oh, hello. There's more drama. Wow.
29.
Simple pink to the middle. Shaun Murphy is still in this match. Well, that's developed. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That's incredible. Well, you could say he's not destined to win this match.
Well, we were saying last night, weren't we, about the snooker gods, and it looks like they're having their fun again.
Well, he played a very attacking shot there. He developed the 2 reds that were touching each other. That wasn't potable. And he expected to be on a colour easier than this green. Good pot. But this is a tough table.
Yeah, I mean, all the colours are far away from the reds. That's the problem.
4.
He'd like to get onto the black, get it back on its spot, but from there, it would need the cue power of Higgins and Trump together. But it's a great effort, and he's on it.
5.
Brown in a very awkward spot for this next shot. Yeah, there's lots of drama left in this match yet.
5.
Yeah, the table's awkward, and there's a lot of pressure on as well. Well, the crowd have certainly had their money's worth, and of course they've got Mark Allen to come yet against Andres Petrov. Just get the feeling this could end up down to the last few colours. It's got that sort of feel about it. Just to reiterate, it's still 3-1 to Stan Moody over Rod Lawler. It's now 3-2 to Matt Selt over Dean Young, who's ahead in the 6th frame, looking to force a decide of his own.
Yeah, that's just what he played. Off the cushion, thin on the red. Maybe a chance of bringing the black into play here. It's not far away. Great shots from Marco Fu. Now, what does he play? He can pop the yellow, but difficult to get to a red. Could bring the black into play. He could touch the blue, develop the blue and pink, snooker him. Quite a few shots he could play.
Yellow ball. Marco Fu. 1.
A 22-point lead held by Marco Fu. It's not a bad lead at this stage of the match with the balls where they are, blue, pink and black, all in difficult positions. They are potable. You have to get right behind them to do it. Can do without 4 points away at this stage. No need to play it so slowly. Can't leave a red on, just hitting them from behind. He's going to be able to play the safety. However, so he still can play the safety from there.
Murphy must be wondering how this has happened. He made all the running in the match. He's had a lot of chances from 3-1. Now he's 26 behind on an awkward table in the decider.
it doesn't get any better than that. Terrific pot from Murphy. But again, he's not on anything easy to be able to get back to the reds. He could develop the black. He's the one that's behind.
Black. Black ball.
Yeah, it's a different game. He could have done with leaving that red on the left side cushion here, Marco Fu, but I don't think he's got much choice but to play onto it, and that's too slow, surely.
Foul and a miss.
Got closer than what I thought, actually.
Shaun Murphy 4. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's only 22 minutes, but it's quite comfortably the longest frame of the whole match.
Now another great shot, this time from Marco Fu. And has he got the angle to disturb the reds? What a shot that was. And he has the angle. Oh, unless it's a plant. It may be a plant.
Eight.
Not quite. Well, he was unfortunate there. Developed the reds. But then it bounced off the cushion and covered the other one.
Yeah, I mean, the match was over, wasn't it? If he gets on a red there, the two reds would have been enough.
Well, it's still anybody's game. The blue and pink do go. The brown, difficult.
Foul. Shaun Murphy 4.
He doesn't like it. Have another go, please. This could be good. That's an excellent safety. Well, I thought he was just going to push that red next to the other red there, but he's left a chance here for Marco.
One.
Well, doesn't want to bring the brown off the cushion.
Green ball.
Needs to push another colour towards the cushion. And there it is. Very clever player, Marco.
Well, he was coached for a long time, wasn't he, by the great Terry Griffiths. And indeed, Terry's son, Wayne, he's now head coach in Hong Kong. Well, Stan Moody has got the job done. He's being mentored by Shaun Murphy. The mentor is struggling here, but Stan Moody, 17 years of age, is into the last 32 of a world ranking event for the first time. He's beaten Rod Lawler 4-1. It's a terrific win following the victory over Zhou Yulong.
One good pot. And that's a good pot.
One.
So, 27 in the game.
Well, if you watch this match to 3-1, I don't think you can believe what's happened here. Not over the line yet, but as it stands right now, Murphy can only tie.
He doesn't really want to disturb the blue and pink, but they are in good positions for snookers, so maybe it's worthwhile moving them. Just touch the pink, snooker him on the yellow. Could also go for a pot.
Blue ball.
Looks like that's what he's playing.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't want to obviously move green or brown, and so he didn't have that many options, really. So 27 in front, 27 on. It's been that sort of match, you know, you can feel something coming here in terms of another twist.
Well, if he could pot the yellow, then he'd be bringing the green off the cushion then, and there's nothing safe then. Well, it's run safe. Could have gone anywhere. This isn't far away. This isn't far away.
No.
Just come out, I think.
Great effort, wasn't it? The guys have got to prepare that table for the next match. It's not ideal timing, though, really, for the players on this one. Half an hour frame. And this time it's Murphy hanging on. For so much of the evening it was Fu. Let's not forget, though, That last frame, Shaun Murphy owning up to the push shot. But for that, it could have been over a while ago.
So, chance here to get in behind the blue. And if it gets it in behind the blue, it's going to be tight. Just got to be careful if he doubles the yellow across the table, not to hit the black. And that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's an excellent safety. Nicely hit. That's a terrific effort. A little bit more difficult to hit that one, unless he can just swerve around the blue. When you're playing this type of shot to escape the snooker, you mustn't leave the yellow on if you miss the yellow. Got to think about where the cue ball's going to be if you do miss it. And that's okay. Now Shaun Murphy can win, but still got the that green on the cushion.
Yep.
Well, going a different way.
Oh, he doesn't want to move the green. And again, that'll be going back.
I did say, and you still feel there could be, you know, twists coming, unexpected things happening.
Yeah, because Markov, who now needs the green.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be delighted with that.
Like you say, though, it's changed things. Fu, even if he potted the yellow, he'd be 21 in front. He would still need the green.
Just short of pace. Didn't really want to hit it much harder and send the yellow towards the middle. Again, another good safety from Shaun Murphy. He's hanging in there. It's another snooker. Oh, that's brought the brown off the cushion. Different game now, isn't it? The green's in a position where you could double it, and the brown's hanging over the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, at one point it looked mission impossible for Fu to win. About 10 minutes ago, it looked a certainty. Now you feel it's in the balance again.
That's a little bit heavy. It's coming back down. And as I say, the green in a good position for a double, you know.
So 10 minutes since the last pot. Shaun Murphy looked down and out, it had to be said, but things have changed dramatically.
Has he thought about the double?
Well, I think he may have just come and had a look at where he wanted to leave the white for that.
That cue ball needs to slow down, otherwise.
Oh. Angled. Oh, you cannot make it up. You cannot make it up.
Is there anything else?
That, of all the things to happen, who had that top of the list?
Well, I suppose it's better than going in, from Murphy's point of view. Had it gone in, it would have been end of match, you would think. Nasty snooker, this, though. I don't think the black's in the way of coming off the two cushions. The pink may be in the way of coming off one cushion. The blue as well. It's a great attempt, well played. Well played, delighted. Tap on the table from his very sporting opponent, and Shaun liked that one.
Well, now everything is potable. So it's anybody's this now.
Well, worth another look. That escape snooker coming round the two cushions, round the back of the black. Absolutely brilliant. He hasn't left a big pocket, has he? I think he has, you know.
Yeah, Fu's had a little look himself.
He'd like it to go straight in. Oh.
Oh, can your nerves stand any more of this? We so often try and put a sort of narrative on things. Sometimes it's just absolute chaos. And that's what this frame has become.
That's so exciting, eh?
Absolutely.
I might just be able to get in behind the black here.
quintessential snooker thriller has been won by Shaun Murphy, 4 frames to 3. Well, an incredible match. And of course, we've got more to come. We've got Mark Allen against Andris Petrov. They've got a lot to live up to. Murphy cannot quite believe he's still in this match. Yeah, you're still here, Shaun. And let's not forget how well he played to 3-1. If he can